Ready to make fashion fireworks? Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off the entire store during Old Navy's Red, White, and New sale. Save big with items for $2, $4, $6, and $8, including women's tanks for just $2. And up to 60% off summer essentials like flip-flops, tank tops, swimwear, and shorts. Get more bang for your buck with up to 60% off your favorite all-American styles right now at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Select styles only. Entire store offer valid 6/28 to 7/5. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today-only deals, two-day only deals.
Good morning, it's Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. It's not Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern when I do my other show. This is an episode of No BS Hiring Advice on Blog Talk Radio, and I'm simulcasting now as a Google Hangout that should also be available on YouTube a little bit later today. I'm going to spend about 15 minutes talking with you about some aspect of hiring staff each week. Because to me, hiring doesn't have to be hard or difficult or painful or take quite as long as it's doing. Because, frankly, I think many firms make it far more complicated than it needs to be to locate staff, to hire staff, to find exceptional people. So I'm going to take 15 minutes today to talk with you about one aspect of hiring, which involves how you package yourself to job applicants that may be turning people off. Now, today's show has two sponsors. The first one is Audible. And if you go to audibletrial.com/thebiggamehunter, you'll receive, if you sign up for a trial, you'll be able to receive a free audio book from Audible as part of your trial. And I know you like podcasts and you like audio. You're listening to my show. You might be listening to some of my other shows. So try out a free book at audibletrial.com/thebiggamehunter. My second sponsor is consultingassignments.com. Consultingassignments.com is a site where you can find and fill consulting assignments, full-time consulting positions, temp to perm, and contract to hire opportunities anywhere in the world completely free. Posting a job or a resume is free. Searching jobs and resumes is also free, as is the ability to contact one another. The only thing the site charges for is if you want to feature a job or a resume. It is a whopping $10 for 30 days. So again, that site is consultingassignments.com. Now, today is the first day after Labor Day when I'm recording this. And, I had a very easy weekend, nothing real complicated. As a matter of fact, yesterday, Labor Day, I was so relaxed I finally allowed myself to get tired. And I spent a good part of the day tired, even though I slept normally and I really didn't do a lot. So a couple of show ideas came to mind. And this is the one that I decided on. And that is things that you're doing to turn off job applicants. And I'm not talking about any job applicant. I'm talking about the ones that you're really turned on to, the ones that have the great backgrounds, the pedigree academics, the ones that your organization really wants to attract, but you're doing things to turn them off. So I thought I would identify a couple of things. And maybe I think philosophically, I want to take this back to the things that you do to make your process seem like you're putting people through a factory or a meat grinder, where you're trying to digest people through a system and then spit them out on the other side nice and conforming. Now, if you've never seen Seth Godin do one of his podcasts, I'm sorry, it's a video he did, Stop Stealing Dreams. He talks about how the public school system was designed to create a slew of people who'd be ready to work in factories, who were all set to conform. And as he says so eloquently, it all starts off at the very beginning. Good morning, Mr. Altman. Good morning, class. Good morning, Mr. Altman. And right from there, we're teaching obedience. Well, your systems may be designed to create conformity. After all, you have an applicant tracking system that requires people to apply in a particular way that involves no individuality. I know, but we have to use it. Why? Why do you have to use it? Government reporting? Can't you take a resume and scan it in later on? Or should we just continue to do what many of us are teaching applicants to do, is to avoid your applicant tracking system and contact hiring managers through LinkedIn, and avoid the thing until required? You tell me. Because frankly, great applicants are not there sitting reading job ads. They are being sought out by organizations. And if your first thing is, you've got a great background, we're trying to fill a position, could you fill out this form on the applicant tracking system? God, it's horrible. So that's one thing that you can do right off the bat to not turn people off. Another one is that inaccurate job description. I know that job descriptions evolve over the course of a search, but you need to be able to communicate the evolution before they begin the process. Why? Very simply. When an applicant finds a disconnect between what they're told and what their reality is, they don't trust anymore. And when they don't trust, there's this thing called social media. And social media allows them an opportunity to vent. And frankly, they deserve to be able to vent, because you, in effect, through no intention of your own, you didn't intentionally lie, but you through omission, lied. So recognize that from their standpoint, they wasted time and effort, interviewing for a position that wasn't what you told them it was. And you may have sent them a job description, and there's a disconnect between what that says and what the hiring manager says. So get your specs right, and if things change, make sure, if you're advertising it, change the ad. And if you aren't advertising it, make sure before they walk in the door, they know about changes. Another thing firms do to turn off applicants is they don't really respond to them in a timely way. Now, I understand you're handling lots of things concurrently, but you need to be able to manage their expectations. So, for example, in all of my advertising, I made the point of saying, note, we will only respond if your resume demonstrates a fit for the job. If it does not appear to fit, we will not contact you. Why do I do this? Because I learned the hard way that applicants get annoyed, they vent to lots of people. These days they can post things all over the place calling you an idiot. And even with that clear statement, you'd be amazed at the people who complain. The cashier who's applying for the curriculum director job, because it's what they want to do. So I don't think you want that to happen to your job requirements and to your firm's reputation. So be clear and manage their expectations. You create scheduling headaches for people. That's another thing that firms do wrong. You don't give them a sense of what the timeline is. Then you schedule, reschedule, constantly schedule, and then once they finally walk in the door, you make them wait for you, or you call them late. Now, depends on whether we're talking about an in-person or a phone interview, but when you're not on time for the call, especially after you've scheduled and rescheduled multiple times, it appears rude to them. And you can go, but, I had this emergency. Well, so what? You can't delegate how to handle that. It's impossible for you to find someone else to cover that or the person for you, and you just leave them waiting for a long period of time. If you're going to be late for a phone interview, just call them. Let them know you're going to be a few minutes late, and could we do it at such and such time, 15 minutes later. So be courteous to them. On your website, you may make it hard for them to find your job, or your site just isn't mobile friendly at all. Don't do that. Make sure your website is technologically up to date and it's mobile enabled. Now, I have lots of different websites. I'll just hold up my phone, not because my phone is so wonderful, but these days I'm listening to podcasts on my phone. I'm searching for things on my phone all day long. My job doesn't end at 5 p.m. It starts way before 8. Like most mornings I'm up at 4 and I'm online not long after that. And I'm doing certain things for my work day before that. And sometimes that's on my phone, or sometimes if I'm out at an appointment or just taking a break for a little while, I'm checking for messages. I'm searching for things. You need to make sure that your site is mobile enabled, and your process, if you insist on having a process, where they have to apply through the applicant tracking system, that ATS is mobile friendly. Find out whether it is by examining it yourself, trying to apply, and seeing what it looks like. If it isn't mobile enabled, you are making a huge mistake, and demand that your vendor improve it in order to make sure that it is. Without mobile enablement, you're going to be losing tons of good people, because they're not home all day answering ads. They're out and about. I can joke with you about this, but I know it's true. People apply to jobs while they're in the bathroom at work, if they can use their phone. Make it easy for them. Another thing firms do is conduct themselves with arrogance. You want to demonstrate not just simply by what you say, but by what you do, that your firm really does care about people. Now, if you're out there recruiting and not just waiting for people to contact you, if you're out there recruiting, the fact of the matter is, more than anything, you're trying to build a good relationship with the job candidate. And unless you have that relationship with them, it's going to be hard to close them. If you are training them to believe that your firm is going to hire them because that they are a good drone and will fit into that particular box in the org chart, you're going to offend them. Because after all, it's not just going to be money that's going to matter to them. It's quality of life and how they're seen within your organization. So the relationship has to be built, and not calling them back is a demonstration of arrogance. Treating them rudely is a demonstration of arrogance. There's lots of things that offend applicants, including just flat out lying to them about what the timeline is. But we changed our timeline. Well, you have to give them a different sense of what it's going to be. After all, they are human beings and they deserve that respect from you. So those are some of the things that you can do wrong. I hope you found this helpful, and I just want to encourage you, come over to my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, and go exploring. I have lots of content to help you there with doing an even better job of finding people, hiring people, whether you're an HR professional, a hiring manager, or a small business owner. You need to do a better job, because quality talent is scarce these days, despite what you read in the paper. So come over to thebiggamehunter.us and go exploring. Also want to encourage you that if you're trying to hire people at this point, send me an email at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Let's schedule a time to speak. I'd love to help your firm staff positions. Finally, if we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request. The address is linkedin.com/IN/TheBigGameHunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you look like a spammer to me, or if you're a third-party recruiter. I won't accept a connection request then. So, this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Excuse me, I've been kind of looking off at my notes at different times. I hope you found this show helpful. Hope you come back for more next week. Take care.
Ready to make fashion fireworks? Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off the entire store during Old Navy's Red, White, and New sale. Save big with items for $2, $4, $6, and $8, including women's tanks for just $2. And up to 60% off summer essentials like flip-flops, tank tops, swimwear, and shorts. Get more bang for your buck with up to 60% off your favorite all-American styles right now at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Select styles only. Entire store offer valid 6/28 to 7/5. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today-only deals, two-day only deals. Ready to make fashion fireworks? Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off the entire store during Old Navy's Red, White, and New sale. Save big with items for $2, $4, $6, and $8, including women's tanks for just $2. And up to 60% off summer essentials like flip-flops, tank tops, swimwear, and shorts. Get more bang for your buck with up to 60% off your favorite all-American styles right now at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Select styles only. Entire store offer valid 6/28 to 7/5. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today-only deals, two-day only deals.